Hello everybody, and welcome to the new video here. This is going to be kind of like my tutorial video, I suppose. I will be making Sint Maarten Airport, Princess Juliana, on the island of Sint Maarten, which is an island of the Netherlands. So, pretty famous airport here. I'm pretty sure you've heard of it before, of course, known as an airport with a very fun runway going over Maho Beach, and that will definitely be a big part of this airport model as well. We will be incorporating Maho Beach in this airport, so yeah, that will be featured here, as well as the terminal building. And I mean, I guess I can kind of just give you a little looky at what we're doing here. So this is kind of the design I'm going for. What you see on the screen here, that's going to be the part that it'll be on there. So I guess you could say this is kind of like lazy man's airport. I don't know if I want to say it exactly like that, because it does require a lot of labor, but this is not like professional in any way, shape or form whatsoever. This is going to be just completely hand-drawn. I don't even use rulers, guys. Like, I'll be completely honest, I don't even use rulers. I normally don't even use pencils. Today I do have to use I do have an exception. I will be using a pencil here, but you'll see that in a little bit. Actually, that'll be the first mark that I do here, just kind of like an outline, because Princess Juliana Airport kind of has a weird shape, and I just want to outline like what I'm doing, what I'm working with here. The airport will be made with these Posca markers. I'm in bad lighting right now, so you won't be able to see it, but Posca markers that I've showed before when I made my RSW airport, and they're the same ones that I use there and in my fictional airport. And pretty much every airport since RSW has been and will continue to be made with those Posca paint pens, I suppose. They're not really markers, they're more paint pens, paint markers. So yeah, what you see here will be turned into Sint Maarten. This is a new roll of paper. I don't know. I'm using my new tripod here, so we'll see if I can figure this out. The cell phone holder is not that great on this one. That's my old one back over there, just a pile of junk, and as you can see, it is smaller than this one. So I pretty much ran out of paper on that one, and so this one is a lot wider, which means I'll be able to make wider airports, not use like double sheets or everything. It'll just be a lot better for the purpose that I need it. And looking very great here. Will be a great size for Sint Maarten as well. So that is all working out great here. Unfortunately, the Google Earth image of Sint Maarten is not too great. It is not in 3D, which makes it, you wouldn't think that would make it too difficult, but it does make a difference. So that'll be something I'll have to contend with. And it's also not in the highest resolution ever. And of course, it was taken during the pandemic, so there are just planes riddled everywhere, especially the private jets. So that'll make it difficult to navigate those areas and try to see like what the taxiway markings are in those areas. But you'll be well worth the challenge here. So we'll get into it here we'll do some time lapses and just the whole construction process here. This video will be a little bit longer, so stay tuned for a longer video. Alright, and as promised in the last clip, the first lines here will just be just a little outline here. I won't record the entire thing, but I did just want to just kind of show you what I was trying to do. So this is going to be where Maho Beach is. So I just want to do a little bit of an outline just to show, just for future reference, where I want to put that. And well, we'll go from there, and we'll just kind of do the outline of what I'm going to be doing here, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm wondering if I might need more space in the back there, as this might be a little bit longer, as Princess Juliana Airport is more of just a longer airport as it is on an island. But we'll just see. I don't want to make Maho Beach too big here. It's just gonna be a little blip at the end of the airport just for scenic purposes. That's probably not the right word to use there, but to make a tunnel lines like so, that's maybe not looking too great, but they will disappear later, so something like that. Maybe not that sharp of a curve, but it does curve a little bit there. So that's just kind of an outline of where I want to have Maho Beach. Right there, there's a little road going through there. We'll have the beach and a little bit of water. Just because, you know, that's the famous part of Sint Maarten. You got to include it here. So that's what we're going to be putting there. We do have to have a little bit of area, so probably the runway threshold will have to be up there. So I'm probably going to have to push the back a little bit, the back a little bit, and I'll have to move some stuff just so I can fit all that I want to fit in here, because I just realized this is going to be a lot longer than I thought it was going to be in terms of length. Because I want to try to include the little terminal that Win Air uses, because I have ordered some Shapeways custom Twin Otters, and those will be for Win Air, so I will have to probably extend the paper down a little bit further. Alright, so here's what we have for the terminal design for now. I hadn't put down anything, you know, official for this yet, as this is very subject to change. Unfortunately, Sint Maarten has a kind of a difficult terminal here to make, as it is very curved, and that is not easy to make with boxes, which I use for all my terminals. As you can see here, I just make them with just boxes. And it doesn't really work to make curves with boxes, which are square. So that's a little bit difficult about this airport, but we'll work on it. Work on getting the size right and everything, just kind of experimenting for now. This airport is going to revolve around the runway, so that's what we're going to get to next over here. So I'm going to just put the runway over here, and normally, as you may know, I don't include the runway in my builds because I'm not very good at drawing runways. I can do taxiways and gate markings and all pretty well, but runways are a lot more difficult for me for some reason. So we'll see how this goes. That's kind of, I'm just going to start there, and if it goes wrong, then it won't be too difficult to just rip off this piece of paper and just spread it down a little bit further and start a new one. So I did extend it down a little bit further just to give me some more room, and now I should have enough room for the little Win Air area. Even if it's not completely realistic, I might squish the airport up a little bit, but you know, just adapt to what you need to do, really. Okay, I wouldn't say it looks awfully terrible. Pretty good runway for my standards. If you've seen some of mine at MSP, then you know I'm not the best at making runways. At least my MSP ones I don't think are looking too great. That is one of the reasons that I want to redo MSP. And also I tried to make one on my new Kalamazoo airport and ended up just getting cut off because it wouldn't have fit on the table anyways. So there was a little bit of mistake, as you can see right here. This one is a little bit longer, but I can easily just white that out or put paper over it or something. Not a big deal. That can easily be covered up, and it will be noticeable. But now you've all seen it in this video, so now you all know it's there. So I guess I just ruined that plan. Okay, I did off camera just a little bit of detailing here. Just made the little turnaround taxi lines, some more, just some further detailing here at the end of the runway, but nothing too crazy here. So you didn't miss much. So we'll just continue working on the runway down here in the next time lapse. It's Okay, might have made those 1,000-foot marks a little bit too small there, but Sint Maarten also has a really tiny runway, but I think those are just a little bit too wide here, so we will probably shorten those up a little bit, get some whiteout on those as well. The whiteout should be covered up though, as I will make the skid marks here for the tires when they're they're landing. They make marks in the runway, so that will be incorporated here as well, of course. But we just have the little 1,000-foot markers there just to add effect. Okay, and so I think that we just kind of got the foundation of the runway down. I think we can start working on the rest of it, the taxiways. Slowly move our way back to the terminal, which I will move according to what I need to this. So we're just gonna continue with this taxiway right here. Of course, we'll be adding grass and stuff. That'll come later. I'm just trying to get the taxiway markings down right now. Trying to make this look correct. Okay, as you can see, add the taxiway up here. In real life, there are more private jet gates. That's what is being represented by those two CRJs, as I do not have my Shapeways order in yet. And I do not have my Bombardier Challenger 300s yet, so those will be parking there in future updates, as Sint Maarten does get quite a few private jets, as it is, well, this is where all the rich people travel, so not a big surprise, of course. So you'll probably see that, see those parking there in the future. I just put all the wide bodies in the terminal here just because I want to make the gates all standard size to wide bodies. It's mostly A330s, but we do have the one A350 there, as Air Caribbean is starting to fly the A350 here more and more often. So if I don't have that model right now, but if I do eventually get that model, then I just want to, I don't know, the gate size will probably still be the same as the A330 gate size, although I imagine that the A350 will probably be able to fit in the same gate as the A330s that are lined next to it. And I also changed the terminal building to just the box. There's the old one over there, but here's I'm just going to change it to the box that I got the Sint Maarten triple set with the Air Transat over there, and also the Continental and 757 and the BWA West Indies 737. It just fits the size I need it better. And I can also put the little triangle there just to add a little bit of curvature to it, although, well, I guess not curvature, but to add a little bit more of what it's supposed to look like correctly. It looks a little bit better that way, in my opinion, so I'm going to keep it like that. And we also get to use the original box that kind of inspired this whole idea, so why not? So yeah, that is all the progress for now. Made some pretty decent progress so far, but we will be continuing on. I mean, I'm probably going to be recording this over days. This is all the first day, and we will keep doing this for a little bit longer. I'm not sure how far we'll get, but I think we made some pretty decent progress so far here, at least getting just the basic outline of what we're doing here. Not 100% realistic, but it does the job of what I need it to do, and it looks good enough that I'm happy with it so far, and we'll keep going with it. Alright guys, it's now day 2. We are back here once again. Today I'm going to start with just correcting some things here. So I'm going to do whiteout for the smaller errors, and then for the larger errors I'm just going to take a piece of paper and cover it, and then I can tape that to the floor. Of course, I want to get all the markings on the paper before I tape it to the floor, because I don't know how it is with the Posca paint pens, but at least with my experience with other drawing utensils, if you put them on tape, it doesn't work very well. So I'm going to try to avoid that. Of course, it's going to be clear tip. It's not going to be very noticeable. So it just sometimes happens like that. A little mistake. Just this taxiway marking here. I have the private jets over here, and my edit is going to be moving the private jets kind of up over there, and then making a separate taxiway be more realistic to the real Sint Maarten. Of course, I can't make this 100% realistic. One, because I don't have the space. Two, because I don't have the aircraft to do it. And three, just because I want to keep it a little bit simple on myself, and I don't want to have this airport take months to make. So we're just going to get started on that this morning, and we'll see how it goes from here. Today is pretty much going to be a full day of doing this. With tidally breaks, of course, because doing this on the floor, it hurts my knees. So we're not going to do this all day, but we're going to get some significant progress done today, I hope. And, well, we'll see what it is like when we start the time.
Myself into the future.
Alright, so those are the first gates put down right here. Alpha 1 through 4. Still kind of trying to figure out where I want to put everything else here. This airport is really compact, as I've said earlier. I really pack everything into one tiny little area, and it's going to be hard to do all of that. It's not your conventional airport, of course, here in Sint Maarten, as you probably are well aware of already. So we'll see how it goes. I'm also not sure which of these gates have jetbridges and which do not, because Google Earth does not say, so I'm going to have to look at more on that just to see what they're like in real life, and see if they really do have jetbridges or not. I left space here for a road, as there is a road that goes through there, and there's also a road that goes back here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put at least the one back there in. I may just add a little slit road through here, but we'll see how it goes. We're just getting the outline down, did some corrections from some earlier mistakes, and I'll keep going from there. Going well so far for the most part, so we'll keep it up going like this. This is pretty accurate of what Sint Maarten looks like in real life. These three, all the wide body gates right here. So we'll keep it up, and we'll see where we end up in the future in the next time lapse.
I program my home computer, beam myself into the future.
Alright, final time-lapse probably. Did some more detailing with the camera off, but the final one will just be marking down the runway with some skid marks. This isn't the best tripod, as my not really working very well, but that's a different story. So we will just be lining this up all with skid marks of planes landing. So we will start with that. Alright, that is it. For now at least, that is St. Maarten. I'm gonna cut off this area that I left just completely blank, so that's not gonna be in the final product. I will do some more cutting further back just to kind of fit it so we don't have a bunch of blank space here, but that is pretty much it here for Sint Maarten. I decided not to put any of the roads in, but there are plenty of other detailing things that are in this replica here. I believe this is the first, at least this will be the first consistent Sint Maarten model airport update series on YouTube, so that's pretty cool. That will begin later. Unfortunately I want to start doing updates now, but I have to wait to get my Shapeways custom, my twin otters for Win Air. And it's good that the project is over. I'm glad I can finally get my phone off this stupid tripod, which doesn't fit the adapter, the phone holder thing very well. So yeah, that's pretty much it here for the model airport. Can't wait to see more. We'll do modern day and retro updates for here. As I mean, it's I don't know words for it. It's a fun airport, of course, with a very fun beach next to it. Famous. Of course, St. Maarten is kind of past its prime, as it's not getting 747s anymore, but it's still getting plenty of services from places all across the world, so I think it is definitely worth it too. The only model that I'm really missing for this airport is an Air France A330, which is a model that is very hard to find, so I wouldn't be surprised if I don't ever get that, but maybe I'll incorporate that 777 in here, because I do have a 777-300 for Air France, but we'll see more when it comes to that. Of course, the KLM A330, that will be the biggest model here for now. Eurowings Discover and South African Airways, of course, which are also in this time-lapse, do not fly here. It would be quite surprising if they did, but they were just here to help me out. And also with all those CRJ200s, those are just filling in for private jets because I don't have any of those yet, and I will be getting those in the Shapeways unboxing. So this is kind of a mess right now. This will all get cleaned up, and we will do more proper airport updates in the upcoming weeks, I guess, probably. So yeah, that'll do it for this little making of St. Maarten, the lazy man's way. So I mean, this is how I make my model airports. It's an easy method. It's a quick method. I mean, I guess it's how I dole out a lot of model airports. I can make them a lot quicker than like having to make decals or go through layover layouts. It's just, I'm not saying that's a bad thing to do. That's, if you do that, mad props to you, because I could never go through with that. But I just make them on paper, try to make them as realistic as I can with the materials that I have, and sometimes it turns out lousy like this, but I think it looks fine. So this is St. Maarten. I expect to see updates on this soon, and sorry for this terrible outro, but thank you for checking this out, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night. Auf Wiedersehen.